But I hope that every member has the courage and the perspective that when they rise from their bed 20 years from now, they will be able to say, unlike some of our predecessors in centuries past, who failed the test of tolerance, to say that we had the courage to live out the principles that makes America such a wonderful, great, decent, and just nation.
Thank you. Thank you for honoring me. One of the facets of my life has been, from the very beginning of my political life in 1966 when I ran for the state senate, was a sense that one of the reasons that any of us are active, whether we run for elective office or not, is to ensure that our fellow citizens enjoy what America promises, but has not always delivered. It's what Martin Luther King Jr. talked about in his I Have a Dream speech and all over this country. But tragically, we know in America today, there are still places where people believe they can talk openly about discrimination against those who are lesbians or gays, or transgender, different than them.
In the city of Portland, we have sort of this unique form of government, and we don't have enough money for transportation. My opponent just started attacking me for the fact there are too many potholes in the city of Portland. Well, yeah, there are too many potholes all over cities all over the United States, and the Victory Fund had this great advice to me. Because there was this fringe of folks that were also trying to attack on sexual orientation, but luckily Portlanders just had nothing to do with them. And the advice from the Victory Fund was to quote a former New York City mayor saying that, he said there were no Democratic or Republican potholes. And I had the opportunity to say there were no, straight or gay potholes. And the entire city got a good chuckle out of it, the issue disappeared.
I want to talk about some of these brave people that we mentioned. You met Sam, and there are a couple other races that have already been completed this year. One of them is Jared Polis. Now, he still has a general election, but he will be the next gay member of the United States Congress. In 2006, Jared contacted us, actually through an intermediary, and used a pseudonym, saying, "I'd like to talk to you about coming out of the closet." And so we started having conversations over about an 8-month period, counseled him on how you come out of the closet, how you place the story in the paper, how you deal with the questions that you are going to face. Jared came out of the closet in 2006. 2007 announced he would run for the United States Congress, and in a very close race, in a hard-fought contest in Colorado, he won a race. Now,
today in the United States, 2 transgender people are victims of hate crimes and die as victims of hate crime every single month in the United States. And hopefully a bill like this will stem that tide and turn that around, and it's with leadership of Congressman Hoyer that we can do that, and I want to thank him. Not unlike those of us who are lucky enough to serve in public office, Margaret gives voice to people who wouldn't otherwise have a voice.